Hi guys, this is a quick editorial insert when I'm doing this editing. So basically what has happened, I'll try to sum it up as quickly and as shortly as possible. Huge clusterfuck of editing bullshit has happened. That first video that you saw was part 1. It was recorded over a year ago from right now. It was recorded in January of 2016. It was a project that I abandoned. I went back to it and attempted to continue it a few times. I got re-recorded a lot of the same bits and restarted from scratch and all this kind of stuff. In the end, I just overlapped a bunch of stuff that I had already done. So basically the end result is the last part that you just watched, part 1 of this series, was done a year ago, and then the part you're about to see, I actually just recorded yesterday. So a lot of time has passed. I am just bent and determined to finish this series because I've really wanted to for a long time, and there's just been a lot of obstacles. But, so yeah, when I started recording again last night, I accidentally re-recorded about 40 minutes of a section that I had already done, and which was posted last night. So I wish I could just start completely over and not have uploaded the wrong version of part 1, but, basically everything that you're gonna see from here on out is stuff that I just recorded a couple days ago. And sorry if it's weird or if I say contradictory things because over a year has passed. Enjoy! Okay, he really liked this puzzle, which isn't... This is sorry excuse for a puzzle. Sorry, Coda. Creepy! I'm just wondering, maybe you guys don't see anything there? At all? Or maybe you see the same thing as me, but just curious. And boom! So, maybe he's, I don't know if he's trying to make any kind of artistic statement or profound, deep statement here. Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
See, if any of you viewers out there have seen any of my older work, which is going to be very much older, work. Did I really say work? Yeah, I wouldn't consider that work, but content, you'll know that this is pretty much the perfect game for me. I love trying to come up with interpretations, which isn't to say that there always is an interpretation, but maybe there is. It teaches you to think critically. I think that that's really important. Anyways, about the door, I don't really have anything. If I wanted to sit here and think about it for a little bit and come up with words and stuff, maybe I could come up with something, but just offhandedly, I'll say that it's just a little mechanism puzzle thing that he came up with and just was practicing with and might be adding to a future more, I don't know, complicated or sophisticated game. Interesting. And I wonder if any of you guys... Did my door just close? No! I wonder if any of you guys have any interpretations sometimes of the way I play games. Do you have interpretations of my interpretations? Sorry to you new viewers who are looking at this for the first time who think I'm insane. I am. You there! Did you come from up above?
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
There's like a little fireplace furnace here. Alright. So, this is really weird and bizarre to me. Listen. So, we got 3 people here with no faces. That's bizarre. What made him decide to make them cubed heads? I mean, I think that that means they have no identity. Who they actually are is completely irrelevant. I think that's why he put the little boxes there. But listen, listen, listen. That's really weird. So, I'm going to try to read the dialogue as it comes down. You there, did you come from up above? What was up there? I can choose. Yes, there was a world stamped with darkness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Or, yes, there were these floating colored blocks. I really feel like I want to say, yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. That's the world up above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? And I can say, yes, that was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle, or I'd prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. This is really interesting because you can A, tell the truth, B, you can lie, or you can C, basically forwardly, like literally directly tell them, no, I don't trust you. But you would kind of be saying, no, I don't trust you in a very subtle, like not direct way if you said no. Is there a reason why we shouldn't tell them? Is he hinting that there's like a reason we shouldn't trust them? I personally, other than dialogue choices, don't see any reason to lie to them, so I would, if I were playing this, I would definitely say, yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Well, but that's the way that I came from. I mean, the other side, you mean up to the whiteness? You can't exactly go back, especially with all the floating blocks. Are you trapped down here? Why is it so important for you to get to the other side? I can choose. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. B, or number 2, I didn't solve it, someone else let me in. Or 3, trust me, you don't want to go over there. And I think this is something that is basically going to... It's kind of like an ink blot test, in my opinion. Standing here, it's a reflection on the player's mental state. Do you want to be honest? Do you want to lie? Or... I don't know. I don't know. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. I can't really understand why you might say, somebody didn't let me in. That's lying. I don't want to lie. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. But I do remember how to solve it. And 3, trust me, you don't want to go over there. I think honestly, out of those 3, I would probably choose trust me, you don't want to go over there, because it wasn't exactly pleasant. The prison area was very unsettling, foreboding, forlorn. And being surrounded by whiteness was not very pleasant either. What would you pick and why? Comment below if you want. Oh no, but I do! We do! We need to get there! Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing I want more. Oh! Was he saying something? What did it say on the side? Speak? Oh! I was too busy looking at the dialogue. Okay, so... That's weird. So listen is when you have a choice to say something, and speak is when he's actually speaking. Alright, why is it the most important thing in the world? Here's something to think about. I think that must be saying something about Coda, and here's why. Not because I want to make everything have some kind of deeper interpretation, but the fact that he made blocks for the heads, completely unidentifiable people, saying that these are not individuals, it doesn't matter who they are, there are no characters here, Those are just placeholders. That must mean, well, not must, but I think that means that this is Coda talking, not some character boxhead, Mr. Cube. Wait, where did I come from? Shit. Oh, shit. Where I came from. So, if... Oh, shit. Where did I... What? Did I just go... Did I go back on myself? We already did this. No, this is different. I only have... Ooh, new dialogue. Anyways, finishing up. If you decide... If you want to extrapolate from there, what is... I don't know, Coda's... Maybe all of that they were saying in the other room the first time, maybe that's Coda talking. Maybe. Maybe not. Just for your consideration. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes. Do you want to know how to solve it? No, I've been right here this entire time. Well... No, I've been right here this entire time. I did not have to pass through another puzzle to talk to you again. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. What do you mean it's not meant to be solved? 1. What happens if I solve it? 2. Why would I sit in the black space? Or 3. Who are you? But you can sit in the black space in the middle. Okay, well, it was meant to be solved because there's nothing you can do in the black space. So why would I sit in the black space? Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but you'll come to think so in time. Eventually. Okay. I can see that, I think. Like, maybe hiding in the closet when you're scared? Or just needing a timeout from things? I wouldn't like it, because if I needed...
And so we make one last descent, down to the final floor of the level.
I don't know. If I needed just a small space of privacy, if I needed a little bubble to think about things, personally, I would never pick something that is pitch dark. Is that a thing? Do other people do that? I knew somebody once, sorry, I don't want to progress the level, but I knew somebody once who said that they had a really large closet, not a walk-in closet, but a kind of closet, and when they felt overwhelmed or something, they would go and sit in the closet and do their meditation there. I don't personally meditate, but is that a thing? It sounds like it would be really dark. I wouldn't go into a confined space, not like a closet, but I guess I can understand the concept. This reminds me of a Call of Duty map.
It's a lamppost.
Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination. Which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Oh gosh, as he was talking, I was literally gonna say a destination. He wants an objective. He wants a, you have finished. You have achieved the purpose. He wants a purpose. As you walk around, you can leave notes. This game isn't connected to the internet. All notes you see are left by other players. Alright. As far as being cohesive, I am definitely looking forward to that. That sounds really awesome. So these are all notes that were left by other players. Nice room. Not. I am actually going to stop.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic.
Fanboy!
But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Alright, so I'm gonna stop and actually read all of these. I know that's very slow. Can I jump off? I know that's very slow paced for some of you guys, but this is my playstyle. And I'm sure there's lots of other people you can watch if you're not into this sort of thing. Alright, so... Whoa, holy shit. Can you guys hear me? But this is a great concept! The concept of the game is that it's connected to the internet, but it's actually not. Connected to the internet, and people play the game and they drop little notes. That actually kind of reminds me vaguely of Dark Souls, where when you die it shows like a little shadow or to other people that are around there. But I find it really interesting that Coda actually wrote all of these himself. Hello! Reasonable.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I actually completely agree with Davey on that. 100%.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.